Okay, besties, part 3. So, when this person was tasked with this test from the universe to step outside of the fray of this situation, rise to the occasion, choose their own stability, choose their own inner balance, instead of doing that, I'm getting this energy of this person. This is so strange, okay? I just gotta show you like what I'm seeing in my head. So it's almost like this person is on a path, okay? Everyone who's watching them kind of sees where they're heading. And then at the very last minute, they just like fall down the ravine. They just like roll down this hill, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, you're on the road, you're on the path. Like, why would you do that? And why this person did that was in a moment of discomfort. Instead of sitting with that discomfort, instead of getting grounded, instead of taking the next right step, they just kind of almost, I'm hearing the word relapse. So this could be someone who has like substance abuse issues, but what I'm actually getting from this is this person self-regulates through fantasy. And in this case, I'm getting that they self-regulate through romantic fantasy. Again, this person came back towards you. And again, if you're new here, go listen to part 1 and part 2, because this is the whole thing. Okay, you gotta be on board from the beginning of it to understand where we're going next. So this person came towards you with this romantic fantasy. They were telling you all these things that obviously, I don't want to say that like their feelings weren't true, because I think this person, you know, their feelings were true. Everything they were saying to you about what they're feeling was true. What they were misleading you about was their ability to actually hold any of this, okay? The thing that they were supposed to do was show up as this King of Pentacles figure, and instead, you know, they're rolling down the hill. They're at the bottom of the ravine, and they don't even know how they got there. How they got there was, there's almost this energy of like whatever this thing was that was breaking apart kicked up a lot of psychic energy. And this person might not understand this about themselves, but this person is incredibly sensitive and susceptible to psychic energy. So if this person does have some kind of like maladaptive daydream disorder, if they do have some kind of substance abuse issue, some kind of tendency towards escapism, that is likely a huge part of the reason why, okay? I don't think that's the whole story, but this person probably has a very high sensitivity to psychic energies, and when they are errant, it affects them in a way that they can't quite predict or handle, okay? I've got the 10 of Wands. It's almost like they are burdened by their own sensitivity. Another message I'm getting from this is that this person might lead with passion a lot of times, but that is like that's a mask and a disguise for how sensitive this person is. This person could have water placements. I'm also getting that they might like know next to nothing about astrology. So they could have all these like crazy, they could have like a water stellium or something in their chart, all these water placements. They don't even know it because it is a part of themselves that they have rejected for so long. They deeply, deeply, deeply reject and resent the fact that they are so sensitive and emotional, not realizing that that is an incredible superpower when boundaried, when harnessed, okay? This person was being given an opportunity. They were being given a safe emotional partner in you, someone that was a safe receptacle for this emotional, sensitive, intuitive energy, okay? You're showing up as High Priestess, so you're very tapped in. So you guys could have had spiritual conversations, and you might have felt like very held and supported by one another. You could have had emotional conversations. You could have been really surprised by how vulnerable this person was able to be with you when they do kind of give this tough guy exterior, okay? Gender doesn't matter. Take it how it resonates. I do want to point something out, okay? If you resonate with my message, but the genders don't normally apply, that just means that you're part of the same collective, but your stream is traveling in the other direction, okay? Let's say that all the genders resonate for you. It's like you're on the same stream in the collective, but you are traveling this way. If everything else fits, but the genders are swapped or something like that, you're on the same stream, you're just traveling the other way. And there's no like, none of those things is better than the other, okay? You just got to take it how it resonates and not get too hung up on the genders, okay? I am getting that this person, whatever their gender, and this could be someone who's maybe confused about that, is another message that I'm getting. Maybe there is some kind of confusion about their sexuality or their orientation or something like that. Again, this person, there are huge, I'm hearing vast oceans within this person that they completely reject. They have just pushed them aside, and they're like, I don't want to see those, so they're not there. And that is not even a little bit true. And I'm getting that you're probably one of the only people that ever made them feel safe enough to even maybe start like peeking behind that curtain, okay? I am getting the 9 of Cups and the 2 of Wands. This person sees you as a wish fulfillment even now. Even now, if this situation has broken apart, this person realizes that when you came into your life that they were being offered something pretty special, something pretty remarkable, okay? They were being given an opportunity to choose a different path in their life, okay? Maybe whatever they've been doing in your absence, or whatever the heck has been going on in this other situation was deeply unsatisfying to them. I'm getting that there were like a lot of parts of them that they had to hide to receive love from whoever these other people were. When you came on the scene, they realized that like they didn't really have to do that anymore, that you had a pretty high likelihood of accepting the parts of themselves that even themselves disown. All right, 10 of Cups and the Magician. All right, this person has been manifesting someone like you. And I'm getting that you're a very powerful manifester too. So I don't know. I don't know if you have been manifesting a recrossing of this person coming back into your life. Maybe it was like their soul that you were wanting to link up with again. Okay, and this is just like a different expression of the same soul in like a different body or something like that. But there's this very faded energy of this reconnecting. Again, if this is someone from your past, this could be someone from your distant past that maybe you've even forgotten about, and just in the strangest way your paths crossed again. It wasn't something that either one of you planned. It wasn't something you were even thinking about. It was just like fates crossed your paths again. And there's this very strong like magnet or like red string of fate energy here, okay? And again, this person was being offered a new beginning, but they just couldn't see the vision, okay? Spirit, why couldn't they see the vision? What was clouding them? One, I'm getting this person's incredibly ungrounded, okay? So whatever psychic, spiritual energy they have is so ungrounded that it probably just scares them, and that's why they reject it, okay? It's probably something they spend a lot of time trying to drown out in whatever way. I'm also getting that this person, they're very given to like fits of indifference is the word that I'm hearing. It's almost like their comfort zone is chasing passion. And they might just be like this person who's kind of like a horn dog or something like that, or they have a reputation where they get around, or they're a little run through or something like that. But it's much deeper than that, okay? It's like this person is doing all that stuff. They're going, I've got the Three of Cups here. They have all these shallow connections, okay? They have all of these lustful encounters is another word that I'm hearing. And what they don't understand about themselves, or what they reject about themselves, and other people probably don't get this either, is that this person is running with all their might, but they are going nowhere, okay? When they're doing all of these things, when they're out here trying to bury their feelings or their true identity and all these other outward things, this is them, okay? They are all tied up and they're not going anywhere. All these little birds are flying around with these little knives trying to help this cat cut itself loose. And it's even got a freaking knife. I want you to see that, okay? Look close. It's got a knife in its mouth. If it wanted to be free, it would, but this person just acts like he can't be free. This cat is like, I'm all tied up. I don't know what to do. There are like 100 solutions right around you. There are literally 100 solutions on this card. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 freaking swords on this card that you could cut yourself loose with, and it's not even really like it's tied up. I think he's just like hanging there, okay? So again, this is an imprisonment of the mind, and this person at any point could rip that blindfold off, take one of these 8 swords and cut himself loose, and he's just like, I can't. And this is a comfort zone, okay? If you're frustrated by this, I want you to understand that this person is afraid of their own success, okay? I've got the 6 of Wands here. One of their deepest fears is that they will invest in something, that they will really build this right, is the phrase that I'm hearing. I got the Knight of Pentacles, okay? That they will take something slow, they will balance it, they will give their all, and it won't materialize, okay? So again, it's like, okay, but like, what if it does? Isn't it worse that if this never materializes than to try for something and then like maybe it doesn't come true? Like, what if you tried for something and it did come true? What if you got everything that you wanted? And this person might act like their underlying fear is that it won't work out, but what they're actually afraid of is the fact that it might. So when you came along and you looked like something that would work out, that could go the difference, I'm hearing that nothing has ever scared them more, okay? And what they did with that fear was they just kind of collapsed into this, I don't even know what to call this. I'm gonna show you the images on the card, okay? I've got the 3 of Wands. It's like this cat is sitting here being like, oh, I'm waiting for my ships to come in, when the ships are in the harbor. You're the ship, and they knew that. And then another thing they were doing is like, oh, well, maybe these other things need my attention. Maybe I should, you know, I can't forget about those. Another thing they did was, oh, maybe my new beginning is elsewhere. You know, this could be, if this was like an ex-spouse or something like that, maybe they were reconsidering. They were like, well, since I met this other person that I know would actually be a healthy choice for me, what if I just went back to that old thing that was toxic and didn't work out in the first place? And the 4th choice that they have decided on was, well, what if I'm just alone? What if I'm just meant to be alone forever? I think I'm gonna have to go to a part 4.